This is now 25, 525. Moshi moshi. This is the third time I've been up. Can look, two people come on straight away. Hello, Buffy's. What's that? Buffet. Moshi moshi. Just started to get busy now. I came in about 4:45. I'm not at the window, but I can get Wi-Fi signal, so that's good. Not for your dad, but not for you, yeah? When I was a kid, I had no idea what an oncologist was, but I knew what a bonkologist was. So I don't know, Great Britain can. This is a little related to you. They're just charging unbelievable amounts of money for people to get a fucking test. You know, like £80 and more. Well, no, the government just knocked it down from £80 to £60 or something, or £68. In Japan, it's fucking 15 quid. If you've got a family of, let's just say 4 people, and they say, well, the tests are fucking 80 quid each. Fuck that, that's fucking 300 quid on top of your holiday. A low airsoft. Yeah, that's pretty high, mate, isn't it? See what these 2 people have ordered. Yeah, it's alright. So I'm gonna ask for the he's picking red hot carbonara out in fucking non. Sumasen, can I have a awa? Nama. Awa, tsukuname. Onegaishimasu. Because these glasses are so fucking small. All the guy on the other side of the bar thinks it's funny. So until 7 o'clock the beers are off price, but if there's no alcohol in. So last week I asked him to make sure that these were fucking strong. So I might move next to the window and the string. I think he's ready to go. Now that gentleman just asked which beer is going to come first. So I was in a few weeks ago and there was a French woman and her husband, Japanese husband, he could speak French and English. So I was surprised by that. And well, I'm not even sure. Ken, can you listen to me? Or hear me? That's it. As I fucking thought, they fucking brought that cunt his beer before I brought my beer. And I don't think you can go anywhere in the world, but if you order something, and spiff is the same thing if you order food or drink, 5 minutes before come.
帰るってどうするんですか？そのまま行っちゃってるんですか？帰ですか？帰、お会計。お会計ですか？お会計で大丈夫です。すぐお願いしますね。それではこちらお願いします。ご新規記念サーバーですね。すみません、こちら伝票を失礼します。
Dempio, that's the bill. I might order some more sushi. So just put in a new order, 4 pieces of sushi. I don't know, is anyone still there? Can someone please let me know if anyone else clear this? Oh, your dad did. I just saw that comment about the litre of wine now. All right, geek. Are you geek? Are you talking about that guy in your mate? Geek. And what was his name? Brett or Rhett? Yeah, well, I'm gonna fucking move. Yeah, so did you call the police on that guy then, Geek? Yeah, did you call the police again? Rhett Butler. Is that Rhett Butler? Is Rhett Butler, wasn't that the character from Gone with the Wind? Maybe that's what he thinks he is. He's not gone with the wind, he's gone through the window, coming through the window. So, Geek, I've just... I'll just move this close to the window. Get a better fucking service. Don't call the police if he's black. Always ends bad. Hang on. No, I was wondering if I brought. When I cleared the house, I got some really vintage umbrellas, which are really good. I thought I'd brought it with me. I didn't. I want to go back to the days of 100 yen a drink. Lying drunks are worse. I keep on trying it now and again. That number's finished, geek. Oh, have I been fucking putting in 9940? I might have been putting in 9940. Maybe I'll go and check it in a bit. Maybe I should be concerned more about my fucking kidneys. Yeah, you know, some people. Well, you know that cunt that fucking tried to get me in trouble. He's been phoning up a mutual friend, drunk, and then telling him that I deserve to go to jail and maybe that will help my life out. And when he's talking to this guy, then he's saying, yeah, shut up. Hello, Russian guy, or is that Greek guy? Maybe that's a Greek guy. Ken, did your dad also... Was it your dad as well that drank a bottle of wine, Ken? Or were you just getting mixed up with Geek's friend? Hello, Jan. It's Yatai Sushi. Some chicks in as well. The guy in the red shirt's a bit of a giggler. No, I mean your dad. Does he drink? Fucking thing. But now, I just came off. Well done, geek. So my friend called me and he was pissing it down and he says he was stuck in Nagoya, so I thought I'd go out and help him. And then a friend let me down. I wanted to borrow his clips and he's fucking complaining about me going to his yard. But anyway, my friend gets it sorted out, but I still went to see him. Yeah, this is, you know, like if a mum should never, marry a problem guy. Once they've split up with the first husband and they've got kids, never go with a fucking problem guy. You know. Sounds very dangerous, doesn't it? A group of American tourists get knocked. Their truck gets knocked over by a rhino and then they're in the fucking shit. And then they meet up with poachers. Getting a bit busy now, isn't it? Chick walking now. Yeah, I think I've just been thinking about my two brothers too much, and now I'm going to kill them. Yeah, a lot of these countries are becoming very, very rich, aren't they? I think I don't know how many countries share their wealth, but I think Japan's not bad at sharing its wealth with the people. You know, like in America, they fucking always, they want 200 times the man on the floor. Yeah, my karate mate, he told me he wants to go to South Africa, take me to South Africa with him. Well, I said, just fucking lend me $10,000 to start a bar. No, but those countries, if you have a guide, you can always get guides that speak the languages. So. You wanted to buy an airplane, fuck that. I've only ever been in one small airplane, that was with a friend in New Zealand. She worked for the bank and she let me fly the airplane. And she said in the few seconds, about 1 minute that I was in control, we'd fucking dropped 300 feet. Geek was the henchman. There you go. Well, yeah, I'll wait for you to come to Japan then. Got a few people for you to smack up. Ken, I've seen a photograph of Geek. He's not kidding. He looks very scary. That sounds like a right bad start, doesn't it? Did not need a new engine. Fuck that. Yeah, well, I had no idea. It was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. Ah, okay. You ever seen that? Was it now Washington, Denzel Washington film where he's a pilot? That's pretty good. That when he's in court, he goes, "Are you drunk?" He goes, "Have you been drunk in the last week?" He goes, "I'm drunk now." Yep, try to keep well away from volcanoes. These people have just gone past me. I should have showed you. There are two people with umbrellas. A guy's got an umbrella over the dog that's in the pram. Oh, I was watching some fucking strange stuff today. I couldn't believe it, and there were videos about service animals on aeroplanes. Great Dane for a fucking service animal. Can you fucking believe that? One of them wanted to take a peacock on the plane as a fucking service animal. Americans are fucking crazy. Pot-bellied pig, service animal. Apparently the service animals can fly free. I know, but this, I know there's crazy things happening in America, but this was just, even for what I know about Americans, this was like fucking super crazy. Apparently this old guy, he says he shoved away the dog, and the deaf guy says he punched the dog. And then all the people are like, anyone punches my dog, I'll kill him. Because his wife was allergic, they are fucking allergic to animals. Oh, there's a big, just do that, service animals on airplanes, just do a search. I'm good. How are you?お兄さん、これそんなに取ってこれ使いますか？あ、いいの？Can you say that? So,
飲食さ、去年おじやとダートとか一緒なんかこう出てたんですよ。
He says, who is that?
ああいう馬主さんがおればいいの。7個乗っけてくれるのがいい。夢が出る。だけど、馬主さんこれがあるんで、賞金の8割。
Right, Murray. I'm just outside of Nagoya.
1000万、1000万、1000万。だからみんなの会。で、ボーナスもらえる。のが。だからそうなの。だから実は5%。地方なんて5%なんだ。
New Zealand is closed down until 2022, and the sheep are getting very worried. No, I've been here quite a few times, Murray.
買いましたけどね。まあ場所からの認知はきついよなと思ったけど。だけど、そういう風になってるんですよ。強い厩舎があって、ここに強い厩舎のところにバランスがみんな持っていくんですよ。
This one's right at the station, Murray. When I first used to go to this restaurant about 20 years ago, I used to cycle to Nagoya, which is about 18k. Have a drink or two. Then cycling back, this shop, the off-price beers used to be from 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock was off-price beer. So I used to call in here for this chain for off-price beer.
だから本当は接してほしいんだけどね。まあ去年どんなかとか先輩もおるからね。
I'm addicted to getting a fucking drink in. Però non dite ska, com'è? Eh? Yeah, it says this might be the busiest shop I've been in a long time. But the COVID rates are up. Last time I was ordered fucking hot sake, like it took fucking 15 minutes. Does your wife work at the hospital, Murray? I think a lot of people have this fucking, foreigners have this idea about opening a bar, but I think they should open a bar first in their own country so they know what they're doing. Yeah, but you know, like I wasn't very experienced in it, but it's just something that I wanted to do. So in Australia, I've been in the bars in New Zealand and Australia. But Australia, it's a bit worse because they get more drunk and they fucking they wanna fuck about. That's the problem. But they have this rule that you can't hit drunks. But when I'm drunk, I can hit drunks because we're on the same fucking playing field. Good way to begin. I don't know. This COVID has fucked everything up because, you know, teaching, you're going to be with people. There are a lot of people online offering work. Oh, really? You've got to get those fucking Maoris working on the boats, the long boats. I don't know what everything's up in the air though, isn't it? You know, because the restaurants aren't working to full capacity. It's hard to say. Yeah, well, it's fucking. The only people that seem to be making money are the people making money from the fucking COVID. In Britain, they're just charging astronomical fees for COVID testing if people want to go on holiday. You can't go on holiday until you've had a fucking test. So I think the next best business is making fake COVID certificates. And that's the thing. Now, if I get the jabs, but in Japan, my proof will be in Japanese. Then they're gonna want a fucking translation of the fucking Japanese. If they know with those wildfires, can't they make mulled wine from that? You know, like for the winter season, or raisins. Oh, something's smelling good. Yeah, you have a little card, but that card is in English. But if I want to go to an English, same with Japan, China, if you want to go anywhere, it's going to be in Chinese or Japanese, and you can't show that card. You're going to need a notary to fucking confirm the translation. I was joking, geek. I have permanent residency. All right, Ken. Good chatting. Take care, pal. I think you're fucking making bacon. Is either bacon or pork? Wow. Thank you. I promise to only have one of those. You got a friend. How much did you drink of it, Murray? Me says what? Me, I don't have to say your name, mate. What country you're from? Okay. Well, there's a Canadian vlogger from Canada. He's in one of the he was in one of the fucking Hiroshima or Nagasaki or something, and he's teaching online to Chinese kids. But the Chinese are bringing in some new regulations, so he's not very happy. What did you mention? You're getting some good money at some times, weren't you? Yeah, yeah. But it was like quality. He's got his qualifications and things like that, or licenses. Akutsuru, that's the name of the. Did you have a big bottle, Murray? Yeah. To be honest, I think it's just a fucking, especially when you're my age, it's like I don't wear a mask, I scratch my balls. Now that's a fucking country and western song, if ever I ever heard one. I only wear a mask when I'm robbing banks. I don't need COVID, fucking no thanks. Oh, in a can. I've never had. The only time I've had the only time I've had good job I've got quick reaction is it's one of those self-warming cans. So you get the can and you pull it and it warms up. It warms the can up and then you drink it. Are you sure it was the flu? Was it a 3-litre can? Oh, you're singing Country My Son? Oh, okay. Well, you'd have to say COVID, wouldn't you? That did start out as a Western song. So the guy, the scrap guy. But what size can, Murray? The guy at the scrapyard who's Chinese, very nice guy, and I went to his house, and his wife's nice as well. His first wife is nice, bit of a dolly bird, and then I think they separated, and then he ended up shagging a secretary or something, and then now he's got, I think his daughter's about 22 and his kid's about 15, 16, and then he's got like a 3-year-old daughter now. Yeah, Geki Can is it's a pretty famous brand, yeah. So I was talking a few months ago to someone, and he was saying that Amazon and delivery was the future. And then about 3 weeks ago, I know this guy. We park under the same motorway, and I said to him, "Are you busy?" He goes, "No." So I just don't. What is? Well, I don't know. Take it steady, geek. They say, mini me. Hurry up, you dozy can. Wash the parts. Where did you get the can of sake from, Murray? Well, the sake is about 14%, isn't it? It's just like a wine, so not as strong as whiskey. Yeah, just take it steady, pal. I saw something in Canada. I saw this guy was a YouTuber. I don't know the guy, but I think he's famous. And he was pulled over by a fucking Canadian cop, accused of going 40 over the limit, and it was a really busy road. It looked impossible to go over the limit. And they just said, "Oh, we're going to impound your vehicle." And then this copper's fucking closing down, parked his car in the fucking lane, closing down the fucking traffic. Really fucking dangerous fucking situation. Which just goes to confirm that Canadian coppers, American coppers, English coppers, Japanese coppers are all cunts. Yeah, that's what he was saying. $6,000 to insure your car. I've just paid the tax on my truck, and it was $80 for 1 year, and then my insurance is about fucking 15,000 yen, 10 to 15,000 yen for the year. Suzuki, that well, it depends where you are, mate. It depends where you are. Different in all parts of the country. If you have a parking space in Tokyo, for example, used to be like 50,000 yen a month. This is it when you get a fucking too many people vote for it. Naruto. Naruhodo. Did you see that video? I went to Iwama's house this morning. Someone's been attacking his fucking his entrance. Indians, they never. I'm guessing he's about 14 years old. Computer genius. That's it with these fucking computer geniuses. They end up like that kid out of The Incredibles, don't they? Why he hasn't got his own channel now? So why he hasn't got his own channel now? So, but it's obviously some fucking mental people, and I don't think he's upsetting people like he used to. I think they feel like they can just go around and fucking harass him. They feel like they can just go around and fucking harass him. In fact, that reminds me, I might have got some spare doors at the warehouse. Maybe Nick is he on Nico now? I think maybe. But he could get back on. He could get back on YouTube. Con! Just walk past. No, not you. Good job I'm not black to be calling the police. I might have got some things actually I could stick over his front door. It's got to be young kids that are doing that fucking damage. Well, there's a video of him. I looked upon something today. I looked up my name on a Japanese computer, and directly associated with that was a video of Iwama, and he's so fucking thin, man. He really is skinny. Yeah, both of them, mate. Both of the doors, yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't think he's a practical guy. But some people think. I'm not sure, Murray. There was some rubbish outside his house as well this morning. Twitch. Is that a joke or is that a serious thing? Twit casting. Oh, I don't. Well, twit sounds English, doesn't it? Or is that supposed to be Twitch casting? So I don't know if you saw it before, Geek, and people that come later. The guy is not Japanese. He was dipping his hands into it looked like fucking carbonara, and he was dipping his hands into hot carbonara, taking it out of the pan and putting it in different fucking dishes. apart from how impressive that is with heat, but I just thought it's got to be a little bit unhygienic. So have you been, Jan, have you been watching him? She's cute. So no, but so he talks, he does talk. So he has no interest in tidbits for his viewers. Yeah. All right, geek. Enjoy your sake. Take care, pal. Geek, are the bars open now in your area? Maybe his followers are saying, talking about me, saying the same thing. Has anyone seen anything of that number 2 YouTuber in Iwakura? Yeah, he's on there every night talking nonsense. Now the guy here with the red shirt on, honestly, was laughing. He was looking at the fucking results of the horse races or the cycling and laughing. I don't know if there's any funny. Yeah, there is. There's one in Ichinomiya, not too far away. 20 minutes by car. No, I think those. When you mean hippodromes, you mean like cycle things? Yeah, the Keirin, it's like I think it's all over the place. Then down in there's that boat racing that's down in the bottom of the island. Not too sure how many. Horse racing, yeah, I think there's one near here. Horse racing, yeah. I think there's a track in Nagoya. Or in the environs. This guy called Hollywood from Liverpool, England, and he was in San Francisco checking out bakeries. It was quite good. I have delivered vehicles to San Francisco, 2. San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, in England as well. Well, there's no people according to this. How many people are watching me now? Please tell me. I've got 0 people. Cute girl passing by. I can just press that. I just remember I can just press that and you can see outside. My neighbour, she's a cunt. How about yours? Yeah, I get one. I've got 0 people. Just been watching an interesting series on Netflix called For Life, based on a true story. It's quite good. But the only thing, Curtis Jackson's in it, 50 cents. I don't like that cunt because he's a money grabbing fucking piece of shit. What is that in Japan? Is it, yeah? It shows you, doesn't it? Just take, whatever industry it is, it just takes one clever idea to set it off. And just, it's very strange, isn't it? Because in Japan, even though these things are these apps with girls, and Japanese apps with girls are famous all over the world, with anime and things like that, but the interaction between boys and girls is like at an all-time low. Which is where I step in. If only. There's a lot of strange things in Japan. But what about that cunt in England shooting 5 people, including his mum and a 3-year-old girl? The police, he had a shotgun, and the police, he attended an anger management course. And I want to see the fucking results of the notes. They've got, surely when he's done this anger management course, they've got to do some kind of, say good student, bad student. But if you've been on an anger management course, you should never be allowed a shotgun. Not even a fucking knife and fork. Yeah, of course, that's a fair point, but but the thing is, with those, I have been with a few prostitutes, and it's not really good fucking. If it was maybe the high end prostitutes might be a different thing, but the few prostitutes I've been with, it's never an enjoyable relation. It's never an enjoyable interaction, without a doubt. And if you're the best sex you will ever have is with your wife or a long-term partner, without a doubt, definitely. And but if you ever seen people kissing on Japanese porn videos of people kissing, it's the worst in the fucking world. But she was 3 actually. She was a 3-year-old. But the fault, some people were defending the police, but the fault, without a fucking doubt, is at the fucking police's doorstep. The police are fucking incompetent fucking arseholes. Alright, yeah. Or maybe the guy in the red shirt is trying to pick his winners for tomorrow. I think that, like this young man, I don't know if anyone's watching now, but this young man who was complaining about being a virgin or whatever, or he blaming his mum for him being a virgin and being angry, being ugly and things like that. But in a lot of countries around the world, people are virgins and they go throughout their life without sex, without a doubt. But, for example, if his mum is telling him, "Oh, you're a beautiful little boy, you're beautiful, and any woman to get you would be deserved," and if he's believing his mum, you've got to take away this embarrassment of having sex with prostitutes or going to bathhouses. There's nothing embarrassing about it or disgusting or shameful about it whatsoever. And I think this is a very important role for these women. You know, they can help shy men. And maybe in this day and age with Instagram and all these fucking TikToks and girls showing themselves off, and maybe the girls are seeking unrealistic partners. The girls are seeking unrealistic partners, and this is why they're rebuffing all these young men. Tencho, 誰か呼んでくるさ。Tencho means the shop shop manager. Tencho, mise. And the yonde means call someone. 同じようにやった。はい。熱燗ですね。はい。2個。はい。It's drinkable. It's all right. The worst sake that I ever had was in Tokyo. This cheap shop at the back of Tokyo Station. It was fucking disgusting. You couldn't really drink it. You know, I have had sake that you couldn't drink it. It was fucking that bad, and that's how bad it gets. If I can't drink it, it's bad. If you want a nice sake, it's got to be cold, because then you can taste it, and it's like it's smooth, and it's you know when you're drinking a nice one. But having said that, I bought a 5,000. You can get like a litre or 2 litres of sake for like 800 yen or 1,000 yen. I have bought a bottle 1.8 litres for 5,000 yen. It really wasn't fucking worth it. So. But don't forget, Murray, sake is a very dangerous drink. Did you live in Japan with your wife? That was fucking quick, Mr. Chen. So, I might have asked you this before. She was living there when you met her, Murray? I think that's where I wanted to settle in. There was this fucking gorgeous girl. She fancied me, but she was so gorgeous. I didn't compute that this girl could actually fancy me. I really couldn't compute it. And I could have stayed there. I could have got a de facto relationship. I fucked up. So if your wife is from Osaka, would you describe her as gregarious? I'm getting drunk now, Maureen. So she's not a typical Osakan then. Okay, I've got, as you know, I spent some time in New Zealand. Answer this question. Tell me how well you know Kiwis. When I was selling timeshare in Queenstown, Maoris from the fishworks factories in the south of the South Island, they would come to, when they came to New Zealand, when they came to Queenstown on holiday, they would wear their white boots which they wore in the factories. True or false? %, true. They would come in to buy timeshare wearing their fucking white fish boots. No, but when I was in North Island first. I was in the North Island first, and I saw lots of kids. They weren't even, this is Pakeha and Maori. They weren't even wearing shoes. They weren't wearing sandals. They were barefooted. I got in a fight in a nightclub or a night. I didn't know at the time, but it was the Maori bartender. He jumped on this other guy's back that was coming to attack me. So I was always grateful for that guy, because if it had been like a white guy, I don't think he'd have fucking jumped in. There you go. And this is why there was I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, there was this fucking smart ass, and he was saying if you buy these shoes for like fucking, they were so expensive, but if you buy these shoes, I will donate $10 to this fund which can buy shoes for poor people from out the world. These fucking people didn't even fucking wear shoes. But that's it. We got a few brains and a few connections. You can get really fucking rich. The shoes that I wore, we should put cardboard in the bottom because we'd wore them out. And so, Mum, we used to put cardboard in the bottom of our shoes. But when it was a fucking rainy day, it wasn't very good. Yeah, I must admit though, Murray, because the climate's very, very mild, isn't it? You couldn't do that in fucking North Yorkshire. Maybe not in the South Island either. Are there any... I'm thinking what I want to do. What I could have. Tekamaki. Well, at least I'm happy. Makes a change. No, it wasn't the sake. I had something. I had something before that though. I'm having a good time. Man. This is my. I don't have friends. Full stop. You are my friends. Yeah, when I worked in the bar in Tokyo, we used to have we used to make this sangria. We used to make this sangria. 7.5 litres of wine, fruit, brandy, let it stew for 5 days, and then we'd drain all the fruit out, take all the fruit out, put it in a barrel. The Japanese didn't drink it. me and the other bartender, we would drink it, but it's a sangria. It's a really happy drink. That I can't. It makes you happy. I think he's picking out his winners for tomorrow. He's got his racing. Oops. He's got his racing paper. Hanami, that's fucking flowers, isn't it? When I had a big bet once, it was like it was £250 each way on the Spanish steps. It was, I forget what it was now, but it came in fourth. But the only it came in fourth and fifth, but I missed out by one place. So if I'd have won, I'd have got £1,000 if I'd have got a place. If it had won, I'd have got a lot of fucking money. And that was my luck. It just came in the next place that didn't pay anything. And I was watching, and this is my luck. That it could have been worse. And I was watching. I don't know if you know this guy. He's called Bill Bailey. He's a stand-up comedian and he's a brilliant musician. Very, very funny. And he was doing a thing on this the other day because he was talking about Australians. And he goes, Australians, they're very special people. They're always fucking happy. They're always chipper. They're always go, yeah, are you going to fucking, I'm going to work 8 hours and I'm going to go to the pub. Fucking awesome. Tomorrow it's raining and I'm going to fucking pick stones up in the rain. Awesome. And then it says, English people, it's our fucking outlook is, it could have been worse. It's so fucking true. It's so fucking true. Yeah, if you don't know Bill Bailey, there's a possibility that you do, but check him out. Looks like me, but all this is on the back of his head. Oh, you know the guy? I was watching, what's that Australian comedian that's in America now? I didn't like him at first. Jeffries Phillips or something like that. Something Jeffries something. But I've got used to him now, so he's alright. Yeah, check him out. He's a really funny, very, very funny, very intelligent guy. He's on QI. He's on all the talk shows. Or the I can't remember the word now. This guy, they usually have this in Japan where this guy is driving around. He's got no lights on. In Murray, in New Zealand, do you have white crumbly Cheshire? Do you have that crumbly Cheshire? White and red crumbly Cheshire. They're one of my favourite. They're two of my favourite cheeses, but you cannot get them. You cannot get them overseas. And I just wondered if they made them in New Zealand. I was asking these American Facebook friends, did Wisconsin have more than two cheeses? Fucking hell. That guy walking past had some great tits. Well, not great, but massive. No, but you've got cows in New Zealand. You've got the descendants from Britain, descendants from France. All it is just cheddar cheese, but it's just crumbly. Well, it's Cheshire cheese. I don't know why it's popular or tasty because it's crumbly, but it just is. Does your wife like lamb? So in Japan, Murray, in Japan, this racing, what this fella's looking at now, they have like 100 yen per unit. But sometimes that 100 yen can be like 10 million yen. Murray, what are you saying? That's sacrilege. So like a unit of 100. So for example, if you put on 500 yen or 1,000 yen on a horse or a set of horses, and you just pick the numbers, you go 135, then you can fucking win a lot of money if you get really lucky. For example, an horse, like a horse that's not expected to win, but if that wins and another horse that's not expected to win, that comes second, then another one comes third. So if you put those numbers on all the time, and you, for example, you just get like 135 or 259, something like that, and if it comes up, then you can. So now I'm starting to think maybe I should do that instead of lottery. And that's the good thing about the Japanese horse racing. With this system, you can put on a very small amount of money and you can win a hell of a lot of money. I've only rode past the racetrack in this area. I've only been to two racetracks in England, York and Doncaster. York, very fucking drunk. Oh, well, of course, it's certainly larger than New Zealand's. But my point is that you can get lucky for a small amount of money. And I guess you can with the lottery. But recently I put a lot of money in the lottery. It didn't turn up, but it's the best way I know to win millions and millions of yen. Yeah, I used to deliver documents in Tokyo. It was a good job. I enjoyed it. Lots of downtime. I'll get out of the way. Where are you going? Last order. Yeah, I used to play the lotto in New Zealand. I was about as lucky there as I am here. I like that story of an Irish couple, and I think they'd been putting on the same numbers for 17 years, and they won tens of millions of pounds. And when the numbers came in, what the wife and the husband did, they sat down and they wrote out a list of all their friends and family that they were going to give money to. And I thought that was so nice, you know. You've got to share the money. Without a doubt, you've got to share it. I made a video about this couple in England. I think they won maybe 130 million pounds, and at least that, man and wife, and they had a record shop, some kind of record shop in the place they lived. But people kept on calling into the record shop. People kept on calling into the record shop to ask him for money or things like that. So he sold the record shop to the people that work for him. He didn't give them the record shop. He sold. You've got 130 fucking million pounds, and you fucking sold your fucking record shop. The problem is, if you ask for our Nash and our Skuname, it's a little bit of a head. Our Nash is not. Sometimes they bring our Nash and the beer they fill it. That part is missing on the beer. Then you've got to start fighting again. Yeah, of course it is. But he's just had a fucking miserable life. They separated. He got a girlfriend. He bought the girlfriend fucking horses and things like this. But having all that money just made him worse. Just imagine how much good he could do, and all these people around the world, how much good they can do. Some people that's been kicked out of their fucking house. Some people that don't have food. Some people that need help. You can do so much fucking money, and that will make you feel better. Without fucking doubt. That'll make you feel better. The other week, I even sent 300 yen to Wikipedia. But you will get people that will send fucking thousands of pounds to Wikipedia. It's a nice couple walking past. it's you know, why do they never make films about this? Why do they never make film about the Waltons? Why does no one, like they have all these home invasions in America? Why don't they do home invasions on all these fucking horrible people? Why don't they make films about doing home invasions of these horrible people? Mitch McConnell, the most horrible of fucking people. But luckily, as we know in New Zealand, who was that cunt who was at Maori, Peters? Wasn't he a bit of a dodgy cunt? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yapari. Oi. Fucking chant. Oi. Where Mari? You reckon? Nani yappen? I said awa skuname.
これで終わっちゃう。泡ビールが7の泡が3のレシピになっちゃうので。
レシピ？
レシピ。
でしょ。awa skuname. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Winston Peters, yeah, Winston Peters. I have a long-term memory for cunts. No, we're mad at it.
いや、それは無理。無理。一応ビールが3のビールが7の泡が3で提供。
法律わかりますか？法律ではそう30じゃない。30% はない。
じゃあこれで提供してるから、このビール泡いっぱいいっぱいまではできない。
どういうふうにどうしてできない？
要はそういうふうにレシピ。
そうレシピ書いてある？
書いてある。
So now he's telling me. So now he's fucking telling me that they have a recipe how much beer they can put into a fucking glass. Can you fucking believe that?
こういうふうにビールが3、ビールが7、泡が3で提供。美味しいビールの作り方。そう。でこれはそのサントリーさんの会社から。
サントリー会社から関係ない。会社から関係ない。サントリーは関係ない。この会社、この店は関係ある。
そうこういうふうに会社から言われてる。
そうあなたによるとは、そう会社でサントリーはSo according to this guy, Suntory has fucking said to him, this is what we recommend that you should fucking put in fucking 70% beer. And so he's saying the Suntory fucking Kaisha, I said to them, this is what we recommend. So it's not a fucking so then he's saying that they cannot override they cannot override this decision from Suntory. That's the best load of bollocks I've ever heard in my fucking life. So not only that, it's a fucking recipe. Anyone still there?
美味しい。これね、食いやすくしてるよ、ギャラマニをね。僕の場合も、サムネイル作るイメージがないんで。
そういうのありますね。
だから、ハム焼きも、かぶるのかかってた。
When I don't know if anyone's there, but when I started to turn the camera onto the Suntory rules, see, but that thing is, it's like 70% beer and 30% foam. Then they just, it's because they selling more, they want to sell more beer. But when it came out with that, it's fucking bullshit. Fucking ahead with the bottle to make you buy more beer.
これ絶対いいよね。いいですね。ずっと減ってるよね。これ考えてすごいよ。最後ってないよね、考えて。あれだな、これ考えた。すごい。ここで、
That's what they said in the fucking camps in Germany. They were just following the rules. I guess it's no coincidence that Japan was the evil of Axis, or the axis of evil. The rule book. And when you're drinking at home, do you ask your wife to stick to these strict head rules? I think in England no, I think it's about 3/4. The foam is about 3/4 of an inch, something like that. In London, there is no foam. There is no. It's just they serve smaller glasses. But there is a rule, or there used to be a rule, where a pint of beer was 568 milliliters. Not exactly, and it shouldn't in a bar either. When I worked in the Opera House, there was a line on the German glasses and very expensive beer, and I made sure that they got a beer, because I drink, I know what it's like to drink, and when these people are fucking buying beer, they deserve the fucking beer by law. There are laws how much beer is in a fucking pint of beer. As simple as that. It's a law. It's by law, pint of beer. As simple as that. It's a law. It's by law. You have to serve this amount of beer. Same in Australia. It's 500 milli. In Europe, it's 500 milli or 100 or 1,000 milliliters. That's the law. And if you don't serve that, you can be fucking fined. You will be taken to court and fined. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Those laws might have changed because Conservatives have got more power. They want the right to rip off people. Simple as that. But my friend, about 40 years ago, my friend's wife worked in the pub that I go into, and she would fine £50 40 years ago. A lot of fucking money. Because someone went into the pub, she didn't give him a fucking club soda, she just gave him a different brand soda. She was fined for that small fucking mistake for the soda he put into his gay fucking drink. She was fined £50. That's like fucking 250. That's $400 today. For a barmaid doing her job. Because she didn't fucking. But at the end of the day, the point of the story is that he didn't use his mind. More likely to say, fuck this place, I don't want to come back to this place. Peter, I know it doesn't matter how much foam you drink at all. This strange guy was walking past, and I caught him looking at me, and he caught me looking at him, and then when I kept on looking at him, he would just when I kept on looking at him, he would just I'm gonna go outside now and kill him. It's the sun. There are no weights and measures in Japan. If you think a restaurant is doing dangerous practices, in England they will go to that restaurant, check it out, and if there's something wrong or dodgy, they will fucking, one, close the restaurant down, two, fine it, take it to court and the owner gets fined, three, they could be jailed. In Japan, what happens is that they go to the restaurant, they look at it, and they advise them. For example, they say rats should not be running around in the flour. Please stop that. But if they don't carry out those advisories, please. So they won't take any actions to make that restaurant do better things. They'll just advise them. So they don't give a fuck. And when someone dies, then it's a police matter. Believe that or not. I wish someone would say something because I just believe I'm rambling now. Or I get the feeling, am I rambling? Tell me I'm rambling. You've lost him. Yeah, don't worry, you're getting back. Thank you, Bonehead. Yeah, I saw 3 people too. I saw 3 people. I should say I saw 3 people. Bonehead, good name. I was gonna take that name, but you were ahead of me. Hey, you can't go wrong with that. I don't know if there's. I wonder if there's Aussie meat pies in bloody. Well, I think you can get them here. I bought an Aussie meat pie and it looked about that big. Then when I got it home, it was fucking. That was just the container. It was so fucking small. I don't do Aussies also call them jimmies? In New Zealand they call them jimmies. A really nice mince pie. If you had that in here in Japan, it'd be like a fucking spoonful of mince. You've never heard of a Jimmy? Murray, can you just confirm for me that a mince pie in New Zealand is called a Jimmy? No! God, how old are you guys? I don't know if this is a good day to quit drinking or carry on drinking. That explains that fucking strange taste. What's that? Something I brought with me from England, the Jimmy. I can't do it. Can you do it? Can someone do a search for me on their computer for a Jimmy mince pie? See if that turns up. Jimmy Riddle, is that a tiddle, is it? No, just put in the words Jimmy meat pie. Or New Zealand meat pie slang. Yep, there you go, Jimmy's Pies. That's enough proof for me.
あ、ないですね。あ、ないですね。
I think that would be a great idea for a restaurant if you just did all the world's famous foods. For example, like in New York, you did that pastrami and rye, the big fucking pastrami sandwich. And you just had about 10, 12, 20 recipes from around the world, which were very, very popular. And people wanted to try them, but they couldn't afford to fucking fly to those countries.
あ、見えないですね。いいの出た。
Murray, is your wife next to you? Just ask your wife. Is Osan? Is that a derogatory term? Well, Murray, Murray, that's where I was. I was on the South Island for 18 months. So it was a Jimmy's meat pie and a ribeye burger. Two major islands in New Zealand separated by a pie. I was just trying to think, so you got North Island, South Island, Chatham Island and Stewart Island. Crazy Wolfang, where's Crazy Wolfang come from? I've never seen that guy before. Okay. Are you a foreigner living in Japan, or you're a Japanese crazy wolfang? I must be getting old, because when I was in my 40s, I used to be drunk on the streets of Nagoya. Well, so you're Japanese, but you're born abroad and come back to Japan? Yeah. I don't know. It's, I guess those kids are fucked up. Yeah, wherever you are, you're like from this country, but you were living in that country, then you went back to that country, and I guess that fucks you up. Okay, well, I guess we speak English, yeah, so fluently, I'm guessing. So. Well, my kids are off. But I'm glad they were brought up in Japan rather than London. So my son would definitely have been a victim. Well, my son is ginger. He's half Japanese, but he's ginger. But he's like 6'4", 6'5", very very big. So I am in Aichi, outskirts of Nagoya, North Nagoya. No, my kids are in this. No, my kids are in this area. They live in Nagoya. No, not Gifu. No, Gifu is not Aichi. I mean Aichi. No, he would be the biggest. He would be the biggest person in this city. So he's like 130, or he was 130 kilos, 195 centimeters, something like that. So. But I haven't seen him in a while, so. So, sorry, you got shanked, you got stabbed in London? Oh, really? Yeah, it's always very strange when you meet a tall Japanese person because they're very rare. You know, it's not like being in America or Germany. It's very rare to see a tall Japanese person. And when I say that, I'm talking like, 6'3", 6'4", and above. Yeah, I know what you're saying, mate. Yeah, I exactly know what you're fucking saying. Because you stand out. You know, like there was a story of a young black kid in London. You know, a nice kid, studious, and some people just went up to him and goes, "Where are you? What's your name? These are black kids and black kids. What's your name? Where you're from? Why you're in this area?" They fucking stabbed him to death. Like, like if they're in their, teenagers, 20s. Go there, better food. What do you pan? Oh, is he off, is he? Is this an half Japanese, half Italian? Yeah, this is why I'm glad my son... okay. I think what they should do, the dad should give him a good fucking slap. No, it's not. It's just fucking immaturity. When I was a kid, people used to come up and pick and meet strangers. So how big was this guy, Maury? No, but the thing is, Crazy will find. Did you miss the G out on your second part? In London, they're stabbing people to death. Young men in their teens, they always have this. Not in Japan, not usually in Japan because they're all in fucking school or night school. Fucking hell, that is big for Japan. And they're just fucking stabbing people. You can have it. But when people are stabbing people, it's such a shame, such a waste of life. But now the fucking British police, they used to stop. Basically, it was black kids. They used to stop them. And but now they can't stop them, and now they don't want to. Now they're probably too scared to stop them. Oh yeah, if he needs sticks to. There's no joy in life if you need sticks to walk. No, I don't think it's nothing to do with the poverty. Nothing to do with the poverty. Like I grew up in poverty. The worst thing about poverty, I grew up when everyone around you is better than you. Like I grew up, and my neighbours over the backyard, they didn't have fucking electricity because the parents were alcoholics. So you had young kids like us growing up with no electricity. We had no electricity for 14 months, no gas for 9 months, because my dad never paid the fucking bills, because he was a cunt. And so, there are worse cases when the parents abuse you, there, without a doubt. If your dad is just a drunk, then that's better than people beating you for fucking no reason whatsoever. But you can't compare. Exactly. There's nothing to do with the rich gap. Though I heard that all these black kids were getting killed because they were fighting over the drug trade for the rich. People that were buying cocaine and they were stabbing each other. This is what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. But when they're stabbing innocent people just over a turf area, you don't live in this area, and then they just fucking, they smack them. Or, if you get a bit of a smack or something like that, a bit of a slap, then that's a life experience. But sure, not to fucking die. Without a doubt, these people that start, if you're 13, 14, 15 and you stab someone, whether you kill them or not, and then you're released 5, 10, 15 years later because you were a youth, you will do that again because it's inside you. I know from personal experience, I know someone like this. They're just fucking evil. They should be put down. Just put the fuckers to sleep. They're not helpful, and send a message out. Send a message out to other young people. If you fuck like this, we're gonna fucking kill you. We're gonna fucking put you to sleep. Tough love. I've had fights, but I've never glassed anyone, I've never stabbed anyone, I've never hit anyone with a fucking brick or a bat. Never. But now in London, so many fucking stabbings. We've got to make an example of a few of them. Whether they're black, white, half caste or whatever, you've got to make an example. Because these people, they've been arrested already for violations. They've been released and they've gone on to kill. So we don't need social workers with degrees. We need social workers with life experience, mums and dads, poor mums and dads, working class mums and dads, because middle class people, upper class, they have no fucking idea of real life. They have no idea. You can put a fucking adopted child into a family, into a middle class family, a really wealthy family, but if that kid's got bad genes, they will fucking kill. If it's in their genes, they will fucking kill. There are cases. There are cases. There was one in New Zealand. There was a couple. They adopted this kid, and he killed an English tourist. He was an adopted kid, and he killed. It was a hike. He killed her at the top of the mountain. Maybe Murray remembers it. Lots of cases where adoptees' kids have fucking killed people. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't remember, but you can find the story. Just type in New Zealand youth kills English tourists. I'm sure that'll pop up. He killed a girl tourist. No, there are lots of cases like this around the world. Even though they've had the best nurturing from their adoptive parents, there's something inside them. And of course, it could be the way they were treated in their early years. I was just given pastings by my mother, but I don't think enough to send me fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't. I'm just, I'm sure he wasn't. He wasn't a teenage thing. I can't. No, it wasn't in the toilet. No, it was on a. It was on a scenic climb. They were climbing it was a famous climb somewhere, and they were walking up the hill. They were walking up the hill. No, it wasn't. That might have been another case, Maury. But this was a case. I don't think maybe he didn't. Maybe he strangled. This is the problem when you would, I'm sure it's very, very rare, without a doubt. But my point is, even though you give the best of care to a child, if there's something locked in there, that's why I'll never adopt. But at the end of the day, we need to. The current deterrents are not enough. I knew someone when he was 15, and he was big for his age. He was strong for his age. He was fucking a psychopath. When he was 15, he went, for whatever reason, probably to show off, and he had a hook like this, and he fucking attacked a bouncer. He was 15. He attacked a bouncer with it when he was 15. He had two very, very large brothers. His brothers were fucking massive, and he wasn't the same build as his brothers. And then he went on, he thought he was a tough guy, but a lot of things with tough guys is that they're fine fighting people that are weaker than them. They don't like fighting people that are the same strength as them. And he was supposed to be fighting for money with a Chinese guy. This is just what I've heard. And he took a machete into fight. This was supposed to be like a fight with hands and feet, and he took in a machete and he attacked this Chinese guy with a machete. But this is typical of all these kids with the knives. They can't fight. They think they're brave, they think they're tough, but they just stab people. And we need to put a fucking end to it by shooting a few of these fuckers. You can't fucking mollycoddle these fuckers because they've been spoiled. They might have even had the nicest of parents, but they're just growing. And it just shows you, like, a lot of these kids, they grow up in these areas and they're the best of students, the best of people, and these fuckers kill them. So the mum tries to keep them away from that system, but there's so many fucking cunts. We need to start fucking giving them euthanasia. Is that for old people? Anyway, we need to start fucking killing them. Yeah, I think I'm sure that was a different case, Maury. I like that idea, crazy. As crazy as it may sound. Anyway, I am going to head over to I'm getting old. I'm going to head over to the Gusto where they have $1 wines and check out, because I might have been putting in the wrong fucking code number for the $1 beers. How tragic would that be? Anyway, guys, Murray, thanks for staying with me, pal. I appreciate it. Crazy Wolf Fang, thanks for joining. I hope I see you again. As like you're a half and my son's an half. Take care, pal. But like I said, I might come online in 10 minutes, you never know. In 2 times. Yeah, but my point is, Murray, this happens all over the world. You know, it wasn't just New Zealand.